I'm Master Dave. Let's talk about the 5 basic punches in VoViNam. Stand with your feet wider than shoulder width apart, slight bend in your knees. The first punch is the straight punch. Okay? It comes from your hip. You can start off one hand out, the punching hand back, and they switch places. Okay? And this motion is to teach you how the body naturally generates force. Okay? You punch with these 2 big knuckles. Okay? At your target, which naturally requires you to straighten your wrist, right? Which naturally locks it in place so you don't break your wrist. Okay? Horizontal punch, you punch with these 2 knuckles. If you punch vertically, you punch with the bottom 3 knuckles. In this case, we're punching horizontally, so we hit with these 2 knuckles. So we gotta reach a bit and point those knuckles at the target. Punch number 2 is the cross. Okay, notice that my elbow is in the same line as my wrist. You don't want to be bending your wrist like this. You want it straight. And when you keep your elbow in the same line as your wrist, what you do is you allow the force of your body's torque, right, to be generated and sent all the way to your knuckles. If you punch like this, right, with your wrist bent, then you're relying on the speed of your fist instead of the torque of your body. But if you keep your wrist straight, then the torque of your body is sent down your wrist to your knuckles. And the way to do that is to make sure that your elbow is in the same line as your wrist. You're not crossing like this, or like this, horizontal, okay? Okay, my elbow, my wrist are in a straight line. And you hit with, again, these 2 big knuckles, all right? And a bit to the side of the knuckle too. Okay. Punch number 3 is the uppercut. Your hand starts from your hip and it comes out right here. Not high, right here, from the side. Notice that my wrist, again, is straight. A very common mistake is people throw the hook, all right, with a bent wrist. Again, when you bend your wrist, it's bad for your wrist, okay? But also you're relying on the speed of your fist and you lose the torque of your body. But if you keep your wrist straight, this whole forearm is like a spear that you're spearing into your opponent, okay? All right, notice that I don't swing like this. That's bad form because it leaves you open, okay, for attack. When you attack, you want to keep it tight. Wrist from here comes up, only this far. Wrist straight. 4th punch in VoViNam is the backhand, like this. Notice how I lean and I hit with the back of my fist, right, or the first bone here, okay, in my hands, my index finger, okay? So you have to lean, bam. This is meant to strike the temple, okay, or the jaw. Lean. And this is a very odd punch. You rarely see it in fighting. But this motion is actually very useful and commonly used in boxing and MMA when people do the knockout punch. Okay, it's a very similar motion. There's a certain advantage to it. It makes it very effective in both attacking and avoiding being hit while you're attacking. But I'm not going to go into that in this video. Here I'm just going to show you the basics punches of VoViNam. Number 5 is called the back fist. That is, you hit people with the back of your fist. It's a flicking motion. Okay. Here, to generate power, you have to turn your body a bit. Why? It's most natural this way to generate power. Okay? If you keep your shoulders square, you can't bring your shoulders into it. It's just your elbow flicking. But if you turn, see that? Power in your fist. You can hit with the back of the fist or the knuckles. Some people back fist with the wrist bent like this, leading with the knuckles. Some lead with just the back of the fist, okay? You can strike, of course, the temple, the nose, right, the jaw, the chin, okay? There you go. Those are the 5 basic punches. All the advanced self-defense and attack methods in martial arts are derived from these 5 basic punches.